everybody. This is Mo of the Mo and Bro Show. We are at the Horatio Williams Foundation. We're going to be talking to Chef Max Seal today, one of our premier chefs in the city of Detroit. Stay tuned.
How important was it for you to help people during this pandemic, especially with food?
I mean, well, it started really funny. I was in Miami when I got the call, like, hey, we might have to shut down. And I thought it was just going to be something that was just overnight, like, all right, nothing crazy. I didn't think it'll go this long and be this serious. So initially it started when, I just said, we got to close the restaurant down. I took the food that I had left over. We had a culinary program going on at Horatio's Foundation. We're teaching 15 students culinary arts. Guys, Chef Max here. I want to thank the Mo and Bro Show for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys and to have some fun on camera and interviews. It's always amazing. So I'll keep you supporting. Thank you for all the support. I'll continue supporting you guys. See you later, Chef Max.
This is Odell from Fry Guy. Make sure you tune in to the Mo and Bro Show, the best show in the city of Detroit, hanging with the best French fries in the city of Detroit.
Welcome to the Mo and Bro Show, Road to Recovery segment. We have our special guest today. My sister Monique, is going to go ahead and introduce him.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us and tuning in today. Today we have a special segment. It's called our Road to Recovery series. This segment discusses how anybody can go through something and they can emerge a better person and become stronger because of what has happened. Also, Road to Recovery is very important to my brother and I because we need you to see that this is a community-based show. And when one person goes through something, we all go through something. So I wanted us to sit here today with my good friend, my high school buddy. Those are some far days back, but not too far back like I told you. But we graduated high school together. We stayed in touch through Facebook. And also just in touch in general. And just I wanted you to hear today his story about how he's recovering from a situation that could have been anybody. Anybody could have gone through the same thing. And he's going to talk about how he gives back to the community. He's going to talk about his family and how he's emerging from these situations. And it's my good friend Marquel Jeter. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, to open up your home to us. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about what's going on in your life. You did not have to do that, but you're taking the steps to not only help yourself and your family, but you're taking the steps right now today to help your community. So I really, really want to say thank you for that. And I just wanted the viewers to see and know who you are. We'll give them a little background story and let them know what happened that night and then what's going on now.
Okay. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Well,
So talk to us about the events, and I think we're going to just clue our viewers in on what happened, where you were emotionally at that point on that night.
Well, emotionally, I have been going through some family stuff on top of everyday stress.
Mm-hmm.
Everyday stress of a man, head of the household.
Mm-hmm.
So that night, I actually, was kind of in a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
And I put myself and my family in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, anybody doesn't know, I was charged with a DUI.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was in the car with me. And that night, honestly, was the worst night of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, the one thing I pride myself in is being a great dad. And a lot of people compliment me on that. And it means a lot to me. And so for me to put my daughter in that situation, it really, really pushed me back and kind of made me look at myself as a father. And even though I still have encouraging words from people saying that good people do make bad mistakes, I still have to deal with that every day. And it's something I might have to deal with for the rest of my life. Currently, I'm going through court right now, trying to get as little time or hopefully probation. I'm working with my lawyer. I'm working with the courts. I'm doing as much as possible to show these people that I am not the person that they saw on the news that night.
Guys, Chef Max here. I want to thank the Morning Bro Show for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys and to have some fun on the camera and interviews. It's always amazing. So I'll keep you supporting. Thank you for all the support. I'll continue supporting you guys. See you later, Chef Max.
That's about it. I can't really go into too many details, but if anything you want to know, you can ask me.
Sure, we will. Tell us about who you really are. Who is the person that people are not seeing?
Well, Marquel Jeter is, first and foremost, I'm a family guy. I grew up with just my mom. Never really knew my dad. My mom was my best friend, my rock, my everything. My mom was a teacher. My mom worked as she was a kindergarten teacher. My mom volunteered with kids, summer camps, everything, and I was always with her. So that's how I grew up. Kids. I started off babysitting my little cousins, then the other neighborhood kids. I always had kids with me. So now I'm currently a basketball coach. I coach elementary and middle school basketball. I do free basketball camps for kids in the neighborhood. I just do a lot with kids. And for this situation to happen with my daughter, for them to say that, you know, he doesn't care about his daughter, he doesn't care about kids, that hurt me a lot more than anything. More than.
This is Odell from Fry Guy. Make sure you tune in to the Mo and Bro Show, the best show in the city of Detroit, hanging with the best French fries in the city of Detroit.
If it would have just been me by myself, I could have took that on the chin and kept it moving. But the way the media portrayed it, on the segment that they did, is just totally not me. And you can ask anybody who knows me, like, that's totally not my character. And I'll never say that I wasn't wrong, because I was wrong. I could have did numerous things different that night, but I didn't, and I'm here now. And I have to deal with the consequences, but I also want to be judged fairly.
Of course.
And not just by the courts, but strangers, my peers, and everybody else who knows me. I just want everybody to look at this situation and say, yeah, Marquel, you really messed up that night, but we know that's not you. And I just want a strong support system, and that's it.
Now, when you talk about support system, what are some of the things that you're doing now to get support? Are you attending any meetings? Are you trying to reach out to maybe counselors? What are you doing so that you can continue your recovery process?
Well, the first step I took, I served in the Marine Corps. So I reached out to the Veterans Affairs, and I've not had any luck with them getting back in contact with me, helping me, filled out my paperwork. They were supposed to help me with my lawyer. Still haven't received anything, heard anything back from that. They're supposed to let me know about maybe classes I could attend, or just everything in general to help me with this situation. But so far it's been me, my brother, my wife, and my best friend, and that's it. I have recently started AA classes, just to be around people who might have been through the same situation I have. The court hasn't ordered me to do those. My lawyer didn't advise me to do it. It's just something I wanted to do. Something to get out the house. And like I say, be around people who have been through the situation, who can give me advice, how to handle my family, just how to handle everyday life from now. Because it's hard trying to fight this. Like, I lost my job. It's just extra stress on my family, especially with it being around Christmas time right now. So, I mean, I've reached out to numerous organizations who the court, they have posts that people you can reach out to, but it's very hard to get a call back.
Wow.
And if you don't have the funds for most of them, they won't even talk to you. So like I said, by me losing my job, money is very tight right now. So I can't get the support that I think I deserve and that I need.
I understand. And you did say that you served and you're not getting support from the veterans' point of view as far as resources to help you get through this situation. And what Mo and Bro Show is going to do is, this isn't going to be our last interview. We're going to on your road to recovery, and we're going to reach out as well for resources and ask those questions. You know, why can't we get a call back? Why can't we get help when we've served? And that's something that is available. Why isn't it available to you? So we're going to follow up with you. We know that you're a family man. We know that you're a good man. We know you. And so that's why we're here today, because we were uncomfortable about the news story. We understand that the news needs to be reported, but the news needs to be followed up on. And that's something that we believe very strongly.
Yeah,
you know, let's follow up. Let's do a complete story and not just report something, but support something. It's not just to report. It needs to be support. And so I don't mind the news reporting things, but if you see that there's something going on in the community and this person needs support, where is that resource? So that's what the Mo and Bro Show's goal is today. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. I know you have a lot ahead. It's not going to be easy.
No.
I think you know that. But I want you to know that this is a community-based show. And so we're in this together. And so I know you have your family supporting you, and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them for coming to support you this way, and I want them to continue to do that. I want to help them to do that. So we're going to keep following up with you on this story, me and my brother. And just know that you're not in this alone. You know, a lot of times the media makes the person feel like they're isolated. It's almost like they're trying to isolate someone in the community. And that's not what this show is about. This show is, if you're going through something, we're all going through something. Because you're a pillar of the community. You help the children of the community. You have your basketball camps. So if you fall down, you can't help the community. That hurts everybody.
Exactly.
So that's what I know, that you have remorse for it. And I know that you don't beat yourself up, but get the resources so it doesn't happen again. And you can teach, like you said, your youth. You can use this to let them know, hey, when the stress is getting too much, this is what we do. You know what I mean? So maybe you have to go through these steps. Maybe it's the first time you got to go through these steps so that you can avoid it and you can help other people avoid it. So that's what this is about today. So we're going to follow up with you. My brother and I, we want to thank you. We want to thank the viewers for taking the time to listen today. And just reach out to Mo and Bro Show at gmail.com if you feel like you are overstressed and you don't have the resources. We're going to post things on our Facebook. We're going to post things on our Twitter. And we're going to start generating those resources so our community knows that they're supported. So thank you so much, Marquel. I really appreciate you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm praying with you, and I'm standing with you, and you're going to get through this.
I appreciate it. Thank you too, brother.
Anytime. Thank you for being with us on the Mo and Bro Show today. We're going to definitely thank you.
Go for it.
Talk to us about your basketball program, how you impact your youth in the basketball program.
Okay, well, first, I coach elementary basketball at Carlton Elementary on Detroit's east side. I also help my best friend Marcus coach at Mark Twain Elementary and Middle School on Detroit's southwest side. And another thing that I've just started doing is at my church, Wyoming Avenue Church of Christ, located on Wyoming Avenue in Detroit on the west side. I started a weekly basketball camp on Saturdays. It's the church charges me. I won't go into how much they charge me. They charge me to rent the gym out. I don't charge the kids. I come out my pockets for the most part. And what we do is, I like to get, especially young men. I have girls come too, especially young men come in, and we don't just do basketball. We sit down and we talk about everyday problems. We pray together. We talk about what's going on at home with their families. And it's about 2.5 to 3 hours every Saturday. And I just like to get them in there, to get them out of the same environment. Because I remember growing up, I always had outlets. I always had uncles or older men in the community who would reach out. And it seems like we don't have that anymore. So I advertise on Facebook, Instagram, word of mouth. And whoever wants to come, as long as they're respectful and well behaved, they can come and they can have fun. And that's about it. I mean, everything else in the community, I'm always giving kids rides to school if I see them walking to school, or if they need an extra couple dollars to get something for lunch. I mean, anything that I wanted as a child who didn't have a father, I try to be that to every kid that's in my neighborhood or that I run into who don't have a father or who don't have a male positive role model in their life. And so that's why I look at the situation that I'm in as a lesson that I can teach them. Like, hey, your coach makes mistakes too, but I'm also this person. And so I hope to keep it moving once this situation is over with. And I've got a lot of support from the parents. No parents have taken their kids out of my camps. They steady supported me, and they steady want their kids to come to my camps and be on my team. So that's a good thing.
That's amazing. That is amazing. That's a great testimony. To what you're doing, what would you advise, or what would you tell a young Marquel Jr. like that? What would you tell him to avoid how to avoid a pitfall, or how to navigate something like this? What would you tell him? What would be your advice?
The main thing would be is don't hold anything in. If you got something on your mind or something that's bothering you, something that you need to let out, find that one person or find somebody to talk to, because the more you hold stuff in, the more it's going to hold you back. And that was my main thing. I've never really opened up to anybody.
This is Odell from Cry Guy. Make sure you tune in to the Mo and Bro Show, the best show in the city of Detroit, hanging with the best French fries in the city of Detroit.
In our community and in our young black men, we think we gotta be hard all the time. We can't express our feelings. Everybody has feelings. Everybody goes through something. Everybody has negative things happening in their life, but that doesn't make or break you. And I would just tell a younger me or any of the youth that I deal with now to just talk to somebody. It doesn't have to be your mom, because sometimes you don't want your parents to know everything. You can find a counselor. You can find somebody at church. You can find somebody in your neighborhood. Just let your feelings out. Don't hold them in. Because the more you hold them in, the more they'll hold you back. I always held in my problems. And that's one of the reasons why I'm in my situation today. You go to look for other outlets when you have the right outlet right in front of you. And that would just be the main thing. Just to talk. Talking is so easy and it's free.
Yeah. So I thank you again
Thank you so much.
That's very wise what you're giving to our young men. I hope our young men, and not just our young men, our audience understands that you do need to find someone that you can talk to, and you can't hold everything in. You can't be a ticking time out. You need to let it go, so you can be better. Do you think that this experience has strengthened you in any way?
This experience has definitely strengthened me, and it's also opened up my eyes. to a lot of things. And above anything, I think I'm going to come out, I know I'm going to come out a better, stronger person from this situation. I believe that God puts you through everything for a reason. I might have been sliding off track a little bit, and He had to slap me in my face to let you know you need to get it together. And I have 4 kids, 3 daughters and 1 son, and not one of them has said anything negative to me about this. All the kids that I deal with have not said anything negative to me about this, and that was my main concern. So knowing that they are not looking at me differently, I know I can be a stronger person.
Has this brought your family unit closer?
It's brought my family a lot closer. It's brought me and my wife closer. It's brought me and my brother closer. It's brought me and my grandma closer. You know, it's during the time I was locked up, I had a lot of time to think. And you know, I thought about the days where my grandma would call me and I wouldn't answer the phone because I didn't want to talk to her right then. I'd call her back later, and then later it turned into 2 days later. So, you know, since I've been out, just the communication has been a lot stronger. I see who's really had my back, and I try to reciprocate that love back to them, knowing that they would do
Well, that's good. So something good has come out, can come out of it.
So I believe something good can come out of any situation.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
Yeah, that's so. Okay. We thank you again, my friend.
I appreciate it, brother.
We appreciate
Thank you for
it,
having me.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in to our Road to Recovery section. This is the Mo and Bro Show here in Detroit, Michigan.
Guys, Chef Max here. I want to thank the Mo and Bro Show for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys and to have some fun on the camera and interviews. It's always amazing. So I'll keep you supporting. Thank you for all the support. I'll continue supporting you guys. See you later, Chef Max.